Robyn, your sleep health coach and your clinical pharmacist. I'm here to help you to get the most amazing sleep ever. S&D. And so we're gonna definitely hop in tonight. I always have to send out a few notifications first while we're letting everyone go ahead and hop on here. Hope everyone is doing okay and had a good week. It is, I believe it's Friday night. So a lot of people may be out and about, having a good time, having some fun. So that's good. That's always a good thing. I'm gonna send out, let's see, send out a notification here to Facebook. What else? I will send one out to Instagram. Okay. Let's see. One more here. I'll put it in our Instagram stories, Facebook stories. Get a couple of people starting to pop on. Hey, okay. Looks good so far. Definitely some people are starting to come on and pop onto the live. Definitely send us some likes. Be sure to subscribe. If you are looking to definitely get ahead of any sleep issues that you have, if you have issues going to sleep at night, issues staying asleep at night, if you have issues where you're waking up all night long and then all of a sudden you have to get up at like 5 or 6 in the morning, you are definitely in the right place to get that help that you need so that you don't have any of these issues anymore. If you are a person that sleeps pretty good, but you still deal with issues of getting that really good relaxation, rest in, again, you are in the right place. We are SleepWell RX. I'm Dr. Robyn. I'm a clinical pharmacist and a sleep health coach. So tonight we're going to talk about water. We're still on our A to Z sleep hacks. We're actually going to finish all the hacks tonight, so I'm excited. We're going to do WXYZ, and that's why we are covering right now. Yeah. So we're going to do WXYZ, and that's why we are on, we're going to talk about water tonight, because it's really one of our foundations of health. So we're going to talk about, the best containers the water should be in. Really after 40, you may have some issues with hydration, so we're going to be looking and focusing on that as well. What type of filtration of water, how you can actually eat your water. There's an excellent book called Eat Your Water, where studies were found that hydrating fruits like cucumbers, watermelons, citruses like juicy oranges, they contain structured water, also electrolytes and antioxidants that help to better hydrate us. So drinking plain water is no longer enough. We need to definitely be looking at drinking more hydrating water, structured water. We're going to even talk about, there's a new popularity. Hi, you like watermelon? Yeah, someone just said that's one of my favorite fruits. It's so juicy, and when you get it at certain times of the summer, it's just really, it's delicious, it's sweet and juicy and so healthy. Hi, I see some people, Mr. Chippy is on here. Mr. C is here. Thank you. So happy to see everyone. If you are having any issues with your sleep, or you're looking for really good sleep and health hacks in general, definitely subscribe to our channel. We are SleepWell RX. I'm Dr. Robyn, your clinical pharmacist, and we're gonna go ahead. I see people hopping in. Definitely give us some likes so we could push this out to the algorithm some more. And we'll go ahead and get started tonight. So drinking plain water is no longer enough after 40. There are some things you need to do to stay muscular, keep muscle tone, to stay healthy, and to stay hydrated. Why is staying hydrated important? Well, our bodies are anywhere between 70 to 80% water. We are mostly water, which is really amazing. Because of that, we need to stay hydrated for our cells to work well, to have good brain health, heart health, to keep our kidneys functioning well, liver well. All of these are things that we need to stay hydrated for. So we're going to start right away how drinking plain water is enough. So one of the first things we're going to talk about, we'll go over 10 tips. The first tip is drinking water out of a particular container. Now, here I have an example of a plastic container. It's filtered water. It's not from the tap. But they are saying that right now that we contain enough plastic in our bodies to make a spoon, a plastic spoon, because we are absorbing so many what they call microplastics from our things that we're drinking and eating from. So one of the things you want to look at is switching over to either stainless steel or glass. I am loving this as a water. I actually just started drinking this summer. This is Mountain Valley water. It's spring water here, so it's all natural. It's fresh and delicious. What I find is that you feel better drinking it. You don't get all of those side effects. And I have to look at the price, double check, because I actually had Amazon deliver this. So it's affordable enough. I know there's some crazy expensive waters out there that are so unaffordable, Amazon doesn't even carry them. But that's a good question. These are highly affordable. You can get them by the case as well. And so I find that I actually enjoy drinking water. A lot of people don't like just plain water. I'm one of those people. I found that I enjoy drinking water much better coming out of a glass because I didn't taste that plastic aftertaste. Not only is it unhealthy, we can actually taste it. It's like our bodies is letting us know that this particular aftertaste is it's unhealthy. It's one reason when we taste things that are, nasty to us or unappealing to us, our body is actually letting us know this is not good. So definitely from this. Are you from Egypt? No, thank you for asking. I'm from America. Thank you for asking. So definitely, I wanted you to try some different, and at your grocery store, there's a big variety of glass waters that you can try there and on Amazon that you could have delivered to your house. Now, this water is good if you're out traveling and this is all you can get. It's better than drinking the tap. It is. It has been filtered out, so you're gonna definitely have that. But you are gonna get some of the plastics in you that could be causing potential health issues. They also think that a lot of the plastics in our food are causing endocrine disruption. So thank you. Nice to meet you all too. Thank you. Definitely give us some likes. Thank you for stopping by. This is major when we have, our endocrine system runs our hormones. That's where our hormones are run through. So as women, we have, from the very beginning of life, we're looking at, 10, 12 years down the line, we begin menarche. So anywhere from, having issues with PMS and our periods, all the way, we have issues with pregnancy, more and more issues with perimenopause. And perimenopause used to not be a disease. I kind of consider it a made-up disease based on modern day living that has caused this. And one of them is drinking and eating from so many plastics. I can remember my mother's generation had a lot of issues with going through menopause, while as their mothers did not. They didn't have all these plastics and chemicals in their water. And that's one of the reasons, when we are getting to that over 40 part, is looking to really toning down the toxicities in our food and our water. And one of the ways is definitely switching over to a glass vessel and being able, you can purchase these, usually your local grocery store, health food store. Also, Amazon sells these by the case as well. So these are some of the ways that you can definitely get that. The next good thing is if you are a person says, I really want, and I see people doing this more and more, they're filtering their water in their home so that they don't have to buy, water at all. this is another really, really good option. So number two, drinking plain water just isn't enough. It needs to be filtered. And one of the best filtration ways is reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis is another good tasting water. Now this is a water, it isn't plastic, but it's a short-term storage. I got this again at our local grocery store. And it's reverse osmosis. They have those machines. I'm sure a lot of you all have seen those machines in your local grocery store. And they're really cheap too. I think for this whole gallon it's like 50 cents. You can reuse the plastic containers. And because you're taking them home quickly and using them, you're not gonna really taste that plastic taste as opposed to something like this that may have been sitting on the shelf for the past year in this bottle. It's gonna taste very, very plasticky. I don't think that's a word, I just made that up, but you get what I'm saying. So you're gonna get that plastic taste in there. So you definitely want to use this. The reverse osmosis is actually going to help remove heavy metals, fluoride, chlorine, chemicals. A lot of people don't know this, but you know, a lot of the toxic ingredients in our environment are actually, once they get to that environmental stage, for instance, if a person is taking a particular drug and they actually eliminate that drug, what happens is it gets returned back into the environment, into the clouds, and rains back down on us into our water supply, which is very fascinating to me, the whole idea of the water, with that being the case. So because of that, we have to be really, really careful and mindful of having really high quality filtration going on. So reverse osmosis actually gets rid of any pharmaceuticals that are in our water supply, the choline, the fluoride. Reverse osmosis has actually been shown to eliminate some of the radiation that's also in our environment. So these are some of the good waters. I see some new people popping on. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. If you're new here, welcome to SleepWell RX. We help you to get the most amazing sleep, rest, so that you can wake up ready to take on your day. So we're definitely, thank you for the likes. Definitely send us some more likes and we'll go ahead and keep going. We're talking about tonight why drinking plain water isn't enough after 40. So you want to look at, we talked about, minimizing plastic bottles as much as possible, not really using the plastic bottles unless you're traveling, you're at the airport and that's all you can get. Of course, it's better than the tap. But looking at the reverse osmosis, which only has a short term in the plastic, but it gets rid of a lot of issues, and also the Mountain Valley and other glass waters as well. They taste so refreshing and delicious that you will actually like and enjoy drinking water. So that's another quick tip we have for you. Another one is storing water in copper vessels. So copper has antimicrobial effects, so it fights off bacteria, antiviral effects, anti-parasite effects, really, really good in fighting microorganisms that could harm us. So those are those tiny little bugs that people take antibiotics for. You can get this naturally taken care of if you're storing water in copper vessels. Copper is actually a major mineral also for muscle repair. So when we call this video, drinking plain water isn't enough after 40, add this to stay, muscular and well hydrated. Copper is really important as a cofactor for good muscle repair and also good stamina and health. So drinking out of copper vessels, there was a time with a lot of our plumbing, probably, from, late 1800s to probably the mid 1900s or so, a lot of our plumbing was made with copper. And so we were naturally getting good copper amounts in our body. If you're going, premature gray, I've noticed if I take copper supplements, I don't have as many grays. So it can help, eliminate gray hairs. It's good for heart conduction. The copper is super good for, like I said, again, if you have any issues with constant infections, fungus, viruses, parasites. Drinking the water in there can help that, and also maintaining good muscle mass too. And some people have asked me, how do I know my water is good? So we're on number 4 now. So the first 3 we talked about was drinking water from a glass. Number 2 is actually using reverse osmosis to actually, filter the water. Storing it in water, copper vessels, so different vessels. And the next thing I want to talk about is actually testing your water. So they make various different water tests online. Again, you can get those on Amazon. There's a bunch of them available. And you can actually get these tests in to actually see the quality of the water that you're drinking. So if you're choosing to do an at-home reverse osmosis system, and let's see. Yeah, definitely put question. If you have a question, definitely put those in there. Thank you. Yeah. And someone has a question. What about cooking, washing? Yeah. Ideally, all of your water should be filtered for maximum health. So you should be cooking. So if you're gonna, make something that requires water, you should be cooking with filtered water, not water from the tap. If you're going to be, doing your bath or shower, they make actual shower filters and bath filters that are really affordable that you can put on yourself. If you can afford a whole house filter, those are really good. But the ones that are right at the point of contact are good too. That's a good question. So, yeah, we talked about drinking and, the proper vessel. Using copper is also a good vessel, reverse osmosis, and testing the quality of the water in your home. So that's also a good, important thing. That's something you can look at doing to really judge and qualify, how well your filters are doing. If you have inline filters or full house filters, definitely getting those tests. You can get a variety of those tests also on Amazon as well. See if there's any other questions. Okay, looks good, looks good. Okay, so this is the one we were starting to talk about, is eating your water and what that means to eat your water. So eating your water is basically using really well-hydrated foods. So foods that already have a lot of liquid in them, a lot of water. This water is believed to be, already a structured water, already contain natural, electrolytes from Mother Nature, natural vitamins, natural antioxidants. Also, this enhances your cellular hydration because this water gets delivered to the cells a lot easier when it's attached to these foods. So we've talked about, citruses. I'm thinking about like good juicy oranges. And most of them are fruits that contain these. So oranges have a watery, cucumbers, all the melons, and the watermelon is really the juiciest. It has a lot of it in there as well. So definitely staying on top of your fruits is so, so important. Even making them into a smoothie can really, really help. And using other hydrating liquids such as coconut water. Again, you just don't want to be having just plain water all the time. It's not only not that appetizing, it just doesn't taste that good. It's also not the healthiest. So drinking your water, even adding, some people just add water to specific fruits to their water. So they'll cut up a little cucumber and put it in there to give it that good taste and also to increase that hydration. So that's another thing. Next is adding electrolytes. So there's so many different electrolyte products that are available now. Primarily when I'm helping people to sleep is looking at magnesium. And potassium is also good. Our hearts need both magnesium and potassium for great heart health. So the magnesium is definitely a must-have to have. It's really a cofactor for so many bodily functions. It's great for, if you have any muscle aches. It's actually deficient if you are experiencing long-term insomnia. So definitely adding some of that can definitely assist. You also want to be sure that you are checking with your primary care person before adding, any supplement like magnesium, potassium, definitely to your diets. These are something you definitely want to look at and do. So I'm looking at the chat. I'm going to go ahead and put our, I think this is our, is this what this is? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put our number in the chat. If you need some personalized sleep help tips, our number, where's this at? Am I on the chat right here? Okay, here I am. Okay, so the wrong thing. If you need any personalized sleep tips, please text us the word sleep at 470-824-5574. That's 470-824-5574. So we can definitely do a deep dive. And we're going to be talking about products. I promise you all that September products are coming. So we actually will introduce them tonight, maybe in about 30 minutes or so. I don't want to say the other shop because it's a competitor here, so that YouTube might not push out my video. That feels so good after a long Friday. I tell you, calm and relax. Our first product that we will be introducing tonight is our SleepWell RX Organic Lavender Sleep Spray. Definitely send us a text if you are interested. It's beyond a wait list now. We have it ready to go. It's on the TT shop. I think you all know that other channel. We'll have it on there. We're actually going to be doing a live shopping event on there in a few minutes once we wrap this up. So one of the next things is really adding and looking at balancing your cortisol levels. When we are chronically dehydrated, we have higher and higher cortisol levels. Cortisol, we know, is one of the major really hormones that is the stress hormone, causing us more and more stress. It's a vicious circle. So when we get stressed out, we produce more cortisol, and producing more cortisol makes us more stressed out in a horrible, vicious circle. One way to get ahead of that is by simply drinking adequate amounts of water. And we talked about this, this particular live is not just plain water. We're looking at, the quality of that water coming in our glass vessels. We're looking at reverse osmosis water that really eliminates a lot of the chemicals and the things that are found in our water. So definitely look into that. And someone asked me, okay, how much water should you drink a day? So it really depends on from person to person. Before anyone ever, when I'm coaching clients, I always like them to have baseline kidney tests to make sure that, if we're going to be increasing the water, that the kidneys are healthy enough to tolerate that. I hate it when I hear people just, blanketly say, oh, drink 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. They haven't checked with the patients, their creatinine, their BUN, their baseline kidney function. Will they cause more harm than good if they're just pushing water? So that's one of the first things I do. So I don't just tell people a generic number of how much water they should drink. We